Using response can be fairly simple if you take all the steps and break them down into easy components. This video is going to encompass what you need to do for the first step, which is to create a class in Teacher Tools. So the first way to get to Teacher Tools by going to your hidden icons if you're Windows 7. If you have XP or Vista, this icon will be right down in your tray. If I hover over the icon, I see it says Smart Response. It's bold. I click that. The second option down is Teacher Tools. So I'm going to go ahead and open that. This is the gradebook piece of Response software. So you notice that it automatically opens up the last teacher's gradebook that was open. So if you're sharing a computer, more than one teacher can actually use this and have gradebooks set up. In this case, it reverted back to a template that I used, and so I'm going to go ahead and go to File and New, so you can see what it would look like for you. So this is a brand new gradebook, and this is similar to what you might type in if you were, or write in if you had a paper gradebook, or if you had another electronic program that you were using or have maybe used for years. So I'm just going to put in a example here of a teacher name. School and district aren't necessary. They'll show up in reports if you'd like, but it's not necessary. And then down in the classroom name, you'll notice that you must have 8 characters or less, and that this is what appears in the students' clickers. Now, because the actual signal can go through walls and across the hallway, you want to make sure that what you choose is unique and that your students don't get confused and think that they're going to join someone else's class because you use the same name. So I'm going to go ahead and click Save. And it's going to automatically take me to a folder where it thinks it should go in response. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put it on my desktop so you can see what this actually looks like once it's saved. So I'm going to click Save, and then I'm going to go ahead and minimize everything here. So you can see that this is what this looks like. It's gold. So if you see this icon in your documents, you know that this is your teacher file within the gradebook. So now that we're in this gradebook, you need to actually add a class. Now think about this, if you're an elementary teacher, a class would be every single subject that you teach that goes in the report card where you want grades to be grouped. So all your reading grades would go together, or all your science, and so you need to have a reading class and then a science class, etc. So I click on Add a Class, and you notice that there's two required fields, class name and passing grade. So the class name, let's say we'll just call that Language Arts, and the passing grade. Now I will say that most teachers are going to say 60% is a passing grade. I want to just tell you that this software isn't going to be downloaded anywhere, or these grades are usually going to be hand entered. So you can put any number you want here. Any grade that is below whatever you put as a percentage here is flagged red when you pull up reports. If you want to know if a student is getting a D, you can choose to put 70% here, and then the D grades will also be flagged red, and they'll be easier for you to see. So you notice that we've already done the first step, create a class in Teacher Tools, and we've even done add a class. But import students and add individually, that will be a second video. So hold on and make sure you watch for the second video on how to add a class and import students.